4, I believe this will be, of Katawa Shoujo, my let's play of it. So first things first, you gotta turn up the music, because the music is pretty goddamn awesome, as a certain Tobias or Tabe would say. So yeah, if you don't remember, last time we managed to get to the nursery or the cafeteria, I guess, so I'll continue on from there. I picked something at random and followed Shizune to a table sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I prefer, I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. ... Oh god, it's gonna take me a while to get back into this voice. ... There we go. I don't understand sighing, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is proper and polite.
Do you want to know something?
What?
About anything. We're your guys, so you should ask if there is something.
I wonder. Oh, here we go. I should get a choice. Oh yeah, let's be completely rude and ask about her deafness, shall we? Ask about the library. Oh yeah, is there a library in the school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, but then picks up her smile again. Oh, sorry.
There is. It's in the 2nd floor. We can show it to you sometime.
Thanks. I return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing side glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they were talking about secret girl stuff or something. Oh yeah, of course. ... I'm not doing a girl voice because you see, there's no name there. It's just ... Anyway, moving on. I quickly notice a conversation in sighing is not enough to fill a silence. Well done, sir. You've won, you know, Captain Obvious Trophy of the Year, of course. Because you don't speak in the sighing. Oh my god. Okay. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. Okay. So I guess we weren't as early as everyone else. That dark-haired girl I noticed before I slumped over her desk at the last row. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. Not the shoes. I left wondering about her, even when the classroom so fills with other students, and finally the teacher. Oh, sorry about that. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me feel like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. That was a short day, I only had 2 lessons. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. ...
Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Ichan. We've got to hurry already since there's a lot of work for us to do. ...
Oh, well, that's gonna be like a catchphrase.
You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it.
Oh, wait, the teacher said I had to see the nurse. Where do I have to go?
Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside.
Oh, no. Video game player's worst nightmare. Right there. It's a swear word to us. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out the other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. Or ours, if you want to be like that. When we get outside, the girls make their way to a smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. ...
This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices. They even have a swimming pool.
Oh, kick ass. How is that official? ...
Don't be silly, Hichan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the 1st floor. You'll be fine over here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow.
Oh wow, I don't even get to respond, they just assume. Yeah, thanks. Bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. What do you mean, a place like this? That's very rude. I'll walk in hoping that this really will only be a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text head nurse and a nameplate. No, I don't think that's the right place to be going to. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open a door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns round on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. And he's got blue hair, that's normal. Smiling Man, pretty cool name. Hello there, what can I do for you today? He is young looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Why, yes I am, it says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name or just the nurse like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation and he snaps his fingers. Why is he blushing? Oh my god, this is creepy. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes. Good, well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there is a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. But you're a good comedian. His joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. It's not really that out of place, but moving on. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school. I could just press spacebar to skip. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me just find your file again. While he searches something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander across the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark grey laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day and from all the food groups. I don't think many people eat from all the food groups, but feel free to prove me wrong if you want. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So, you already have medication for the arrhythmia, just remember to take your pills every morning and evening or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Okay. Well, I played football, not soccer, football. Occasionally with some classmates. This is a different story. It's football, not soccer. Because football, you use a foot to kick a ball. It's not like rugby, where you use your hands. But moving on. Alright, I'm afraid I'm going to have to recommend you refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, risking another attack is not a good idea. Oh, I thought it was a brilliant one, but okay. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There is no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. Oh yeah, a girl asked you out, that's a good excuse. I sidestep the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise will do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks, or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming maybe? There's a pool here. So I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, and I'm sure you've been told this before, you just need to take care not to overexert yourself. Oh, I have that problem all the time. He wags his fingers to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on a desk, obviously content. Good, that's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something. I'm ushered out before I even realise it. A quick visit indeed. Oh, are you complaining now? You wanted it to be quick, but... Okay then, moving on. I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building, although to my eyes they still look one and the same. Okay, then, it's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they are going. I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? ... I should go somewhere too, to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. There is a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass that fills the atmosphere. I had this problem earlier saying fresh cut grass. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Your pocket gave you a key? Oh my god, that's one pair of jeans that I'd want to have. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes to the elevators at the end of the hallways. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. Oh yeah! I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seems to have a toilet and shower as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spot room 119 or 119 or whatever you want to pronounce it as. The nameplates on the rooms adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just two of us here. Light shines from below the door of room 117 or 117, so I knock lightly. Hello? Is anyone home? No, sorry, that was a M1A1 reference there. M1A1 Dawn of the Dead. Whatever. From inside I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment the door squeaks open. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He is looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Bespectacled... Oh wait, I actually had it right that time. Bespectacled hallmate. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? He leans close to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Okay, Hisao Nakai, I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce His face suddenly brightens in realization. He stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup dude? Name's Kenji. Yeah, he's American. Ah, hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There are some suspicious looking people going in and out of your room earlier. Yeah, that's my American accent. It was probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? Because they could be more people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly, as I try to think of some way to respond. I say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Hisao. Me? I don't think I could trust the chances. And by the way, this is not meant to be offensive to any Americans. I'm just trying to do it so it doesn't sound the same as Hisao. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. Damn, you are smarter than you look. Probably. What you look like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge it. Never mind, it doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Or 119. Okay. Bleak beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some kind of type of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal, like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes, although it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Hi Hichan, we've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mum and Dad. Not Mom and Dad, Mum and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kind of hoped I would have. There would be something to do. It's still too early. But you finished school? Wait, what? You have 2 lessons in a day. Well, no, so you have a lesson, a lunch, then your second lesson. The length of the lessons are not specified, but you can probably assume that it was after midday that you finished school, and you're complaining about it being too early? Wow. Okay then. Anyway, I put the note down on the desktop and lie down on the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps going until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming in for the entire day today too. I still am, I think. Damn, I'll have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow, I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now... Drugs! Oh, sorry. The bottles of medications neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. They look like mini eggs. Okay. I pick up one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside and then read the glued on pharmacy label. Hisao Nakai, 2 tablets daily to stay alive. Wow, that is morbid. I don't know if that's supposed to be like dark humor or whatever, but anyway. So Hisao Nakai, 2 tablets daily to stay alive. It doesn't really say that, but oh my god. Okay, so this game kind of just trolled me, I guess. Anyway, it doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kind of twisted, having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. ... I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. Fade to black. Or blue, sorry. Or nighttime. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm, and nest-like against the chill that passes for room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognise anymore. Well, if you recognise the ceiling, you should probably recognise the walls, because they're probably very similar. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting away, further away from the world I knew. Now we're going to sleep. Oh, there's a lovely love heart there, or just a normal heart with bandages on, because there's a heart condition. Did he go to sleep standing up? I wake up in a strange room. It's not. Oh my god. Okay. Solid morning light shimmers against the light grey ceiling. I'd forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. Yes. This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the 3rd room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that indeed it's me who is supposed to be the one living here. My bags on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating, until I open a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. I down them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. Okay, the artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one, a natural one. It feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school. That's good, except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kinji yesterday, Misha's constant laughter and Shitsune's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far, maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. Although all through class, the question remains on my mind, so I decide to ask Shitsune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. ... She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so that the top is perfect and evenly flat. Perfectionist, yes. ... Oh wow, she looks pissed.
Sorry, Shi-chan. Is there something you wanted from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, Shi-chan.
My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right. ... Oh wait, she's Misha, okay. ...
Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do.
There are also school... Oh, sorry, one second.
There are also school events like the festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too.
Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes.
Well, I don't know, Hee-chan. The truth is it's a local event and I'm not from this area, so...
She starts sighing desperately to Shitsune, asking her to bail her out. Shitsune adjusts her glasses at the end of a Oli Grandois flourish, I think that's pronounced it, and starts sighing hard and heavy. ...
Huh? Oh. Who cares?
I care. Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shitsune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning to look in our direction. Not so loud. ... Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind a festival inevitably change with time. ... Exclamation mark! Now, it's about delicious fried food and using little games that you play to win prizes. The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shitsune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though, brushing it off without a care. ...
We're in the middle of class and should start working.
Yeah, we should.
That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right, Hee-chan. Are you asking because you're interested in joining a club?
No, I did it for shits and giggles. It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchange between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every other word anyway. What's going on? Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shitsune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she's working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who's also looking at the dark-haired girl, go, why doesn't he say anything?
Hee-chan, is something wrong?
Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or was Misha just looking at me, looking after the girl who left? No, nothing. ...
Okay, well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you?
I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Not really.
Do you want to have a lunch together then?
It's a date, sure.
Dot dot dot.
No one invited you. No, I'm sorry, that was mean.
Yay, okay, Chan, perfect.
The rest of class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have the time to put out any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shitsune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all of our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything.
Dot dot dot. Yes, it is, He-chan.
Oh, cool, music. Impossible.
Really?
Really. I noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and sighing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously it must be so Shitsune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shitsune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really... Shitsune can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing and takes some time to get used to. It's not a contest because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Shitsune's eyes flash dangerously with competitive glare. She stares at me as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze.
Dot dot dot. Are you sure, He-chan?
Very sure. Yeah, I got the voice right.
Dot dot dot. Hahaha, you're wrong, He-chan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Wahahaha.
Shitsune pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. Oh wow, they can teleport. I'd argue more, but the bell rings and she quickly gets up and packs up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I'd almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them.
Dot dot dot.
And now Misha's gonna say something.
Where do you want to eat?
The cafeteria? Oh, good going.
Hahaha, that's so plain. Okay, let's go.
Plain? Well, I guess. At my old school, I liked to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I have no idea what the freshman year is, because we don't have that here, but if anyone wants to inform me, I'd appreciate it. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as such. Shitsune and Misha pull me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favour eating in the classroom or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier.
So, He-chan, you wanted to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right? Dot dot dot. Right, He-chan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first.
Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Amisha straightens her posture as if she is about to deliver a speech.
He-chan, do you have anything you're really interested in?
I used to play soccer, football, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams and players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot.
There's a book club, right, He-chan? Right, but it seems that they all have the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, He-chan, it's a really popular club. Dot dot dot. Ah, okay, but more to the point, He-chan, does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind?
Not really.
Dot dot dot. Good, great, that's great, He-chan, really great. Ha ha ha, wahahaha.
I think I broke her. Why is it so great?
No reason. Well, He-chan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there is one other thing. Student council!
Oh yeah! I see. I didn't really know this school had a student council. This was a very melodramatic setup though, it's just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this because Shitsune looks a little embarrassed about it and Misha is laughing. Shitsune quickly retakes control of the discussion in a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says.
Dot dot dot. Right, He-chan, maybe you should join the student council. They could choose more people. Yes, Definitely, you should definitely join.
Why?
Well, for one, we can hang out every day, Hee-chan. Shi-chan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shi-chan is the president.
I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. ... Oh, I know I did the wrong voice.
Of course, we're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to...
So you're admitting that? ...
No, we admit nothing. I mean, Hee-chan, of course it would be nice if you joined and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, the student council shows a healthy interest in the working of one school. Yep, it's true, Hee-chan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hee-chan?
Wow, they're really overusing the word Hee-chan. I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although they are already pretty cute to begin with. Ooh, Lothario. Well... ...
So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Hee-chan.
What? No, no!
Oh, see, Shi-chan, of course it wouldn't go so easily.
Oh, she looks really sad. ...
Yep, that's right though. It would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well, Shi-chan owes me candy now.
You're betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. ...
Well, that's interesting, Hee-chan. Let's play a game.
That's not what I said.
How about Rich Man, Poor Man, Hee-chan? If you lose, you have to join the student council.
What the hell is Rich Man and Poor Man? Hee-chan. Well, no, Hee-chan's the name of the guy, but I don't know what Rich Man, Poor Man is. No, absolutely not.
Oh, why not?
Well, because you two both have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? ...
Yep.
Yeah, that isn't my goal. What this means is that both of you can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage, so I will have to decline. ...
Hee-chan, I'm very offended. Are you saying that you don't trust us and I will pull down something so disingenuous? That makes me sad.
Sorry? It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence end and Misha's thoughts begin. ... In order
to atone for hurting Elle's feelings, you should definitely join the student council.
No!
How about a game of paper football instead of Rich Man, Poor Man?
Paper football?
Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle and then you have to try to shoot it past goalposts that the other player makes with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between the two people, Hee-chan. ... And it's also played by elementary and middle school children, Shi-chan. Wahaha, that means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. Haha, clever. More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Hahaha, yeah, that's true. How did you know, Hee-chan?
Shit. Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I won't say I'm happy with their attempts to get me into student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even known anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I also can't like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. ...
Okay, Hee-chan, how about Risk, the game of world domination?
I don't know what that is.
It's really fun, Hee-chan. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything.
Sounds like Shizune would be good at it.
If you want to play, we can after school. ... Ah, really, Shi-chan, we can play just for fun, Hee-chan. Shi-chan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached.
Well, okay.
Okay. Perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hee-chan.
Wait, why there?
Because that's where we keep the game.
I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So in the end, I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. And I think it would be a good point to stop this video, so... Save the game! Right. Yes. Okay then. I hope you enjoyed this videos. I will be making more parts still, and I'll apparently there are different paths on this game, so I'll try to go down as many as I can. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you later.